Pleased to have with us as our guest on our final segment, Jim Desrosiers. Jim, welcome.
Thank you, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Jim, you've got a master's in management. You're the owner of GROWTHco company, and we'll get into it during the show, but you're going to be, or have been, doing some programming together, working with us at the Chamber. But maybe you could tell the viewers, what is GROWTHco?
Sure. So GROWTHco is a new type of training company. Instead of the traditional type of training that companies are used to, we actually bring in subject matter experts, executive coaches, and facilitators who are higher level to go into a company and provide training, but it's real world training that's customized to each specific client to optimize productivity, results, and profit.
Right. So for example, the Chamber, we have someone who works with membership sales and services. So you would, I assume, kind of come in, listen, learn, ask questions, and then try to help put together a sales program, work with that person?
That's exactly what we do. So we come in either from an individual standpoint or an entire organization. The first thing we do is listen, and we find out where are the opportunities, how can we improve revenue, how can we improve sales, how can we improve employee productivity and the work environment in general, or how can we decrease expenses. Then we take a look at our 500 courses and offerings and subject matter experts that we have, and we custom program a package, usually over a longer period of time, to really implement not only training programs, but get employees to create new permanent habits that are going to drive those very specific results that we create before training ever begins.
So you talk about kind of retraining or training and kind of and habits. I mean, some people might say, okay, well, a leopard doesn't change its spots individually, or there's a culture that exists.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe so. How have you kind of gone in there and give some examples of?
Man, I love to hear that, Tim, because you're looking at a kid who grew up in West Fitchburg, who had a very challenging childhood, and for TV, I'll just leave it at that. But I'm not that kid anymore, and I continue to grow every single day. First person ever to get a master's degree in my own family, and I continue to evolve and grow my own skills. So anyone that says employees can't change, if you believe that's true, then you're right. But if you truly believe in the human spirit and you believe that all people can grow and change and expand their capacity, then you're also right.
Right. And so then you try to engage and kind of see where the opportunities are and get them to that next level.
Yeah, I mean, we've been doing this since 1994, and the one thing I'm absolutely convinced that no one can tell me otherwise is that people's potential is absolutely unlimited. I'm working right now in a manufacturing company, and they literally were coming to fisticuffs in staff meetings, and they looked at this as a last-ditch effort to save their work environment and to try to make sense out of this chaos. Well, the first thing we did was work with the leadership team, the owners of the company, to make sure that their leadership skills were top-notch and that they were providing and creating a work environment that employees wanted to go to. Once we created that tone in the organization, we got the employees to tell us what was going well and not going well in that organization, and allowed them to be part of the change. That when they come up with the answers and the suggestions and they were invited to do so, it became as much their company as the owners. Then we put in the soft skills to improve each individual's emotional intelligence skills, people skills, team building, how they're working together as a team, goal setting, time management, communication skills, which is the #1 killer of organizations. So it's a very different type of training and growth experience that we provide to businesses than the traditional training that might be you fill up a room with a bunch of employees who don't want to be there because you're broken, go to this training. They don't want to be there. A trainer sits in front of the room and does a 77-page PowerPoint presentation, and the employees fight to stay awake, and they get good content, but then that content ends up in a desk drawer never to be seen again. We work with our clients over a longer period of time until new permanent habits and results take place. A transformational type of training.
So in the situation with the manufacturer, if there's a fist fight, it's pretty evident there's a problem or culture issue there. But what do you say to a company that I think everything's fine, we're doing okay, and
Absolutely.
I'm not sure I need we don't need any help.
Sure, sure. Well, that's not what we specialize in,
Right.
is refereeing. 80% of our work is actually in professional services.
Yeah.
So Provo Financial Services is one of our clients.
Right.
Patriot Financial Group is another one of our
Yeah.
clients. So we do CPA firms, law firms, we do the restaurant industry. It doesn't matter what industry we work in. It's about getting the most out of people and continually improving the people's skills, their ability to work together, having ownership, have a very specific vision in mind, and then getting everyone in the organization committed to that vision, and then using each day to move the company forward towards those predetermined goals that they're all excited about. Right. When it comes to working with companies that continually just want to improve, that's our sweet spot. Sometimes we have to get the rough companies to that place before we can say, now look, this can't be a thing that you do to fix broken things. Training, development, coaching your employees, investing in your employees, this should be part of your business model. It should be budgeted every year. And the best part is, for us, is that companies and individuals can never reach their potential, because your potential will keep changing as you reach higher and higher levels of success. But it's a philosophy and it's a commitment to continually improve as an individual and as an organization. Those are the types of clients that we're looking for. And whether it's in banks or insurance companies or manufacturing companies, we worked with Catania Oils, recently got them a $250,000 grant from the state to help pay for all the training.
And that's a good segue too, because there are dollars out there that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the legislature, every year, usually including the budget, which is, it inures to the Commonwealth's benefit and the taxpayers if companies are growing and expanding, have cultures that allow them to be more productive, be more innovative, create new products, new services, creates more jobs and revenue. So maybe we could talk about these Commonwealth workforce training funds.
Sure. So for over 10 years now, we've been very appreciative and thankful to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the Workforce Training Fund, to be a registered training provider for them. We provide grants to companies of all sizes, small companies all the way up to very large companies like Helen of Troy, that has an office called CAS USA in Marlborough, where we put together a 2-year program for them to optimize sales, customer service, soft skills, but also the process improvement areas of Lean, ISO, Six Sigma. We put together a program over a 2-year period, and then the state, depending on qualifications, will pay for 50, 70, 80, sometimes even 100% of the training costs, which makes our sales job a lot easier.
Yes, absolutely. And in that regard, the Chamber, we do over 200 events a year, and many of our events are focused on our members, that our members and their employees can participate in through our Chamber seminar series and things. And you're going to be working with us on a couple of events. Want to make sure we plug those in before we run out of time.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you very much. We are doing it's called Elite Sales Process. And we've opened it up to Worcester Chamber members to come and join us. And there's a small fee for it, but it's a guaranteed return on investment. What we do is we take a look at every single step of a company's sales process, and we optimize each step. So over a 6-week period, we take a look at each step of the process and then optimize each one.
And that's coming up?
Yeah. It actually starts on May 10th, and it's going to be held right at the Worcester Chamber.